directionally challenged hiker here this Memorial Day, Monday, May 30th. It's about 7:15 a.m. in the morning. We've been out here just a few minutes. I attempted to do some video of him scaring the pigeons out from under the floor, and I forgot to turn the camera on. But he is trying to think of the best way to deal with this floor. How are we going to break it up? There is definitely some materials underneath it. There should be some metal beams, part of the trailers that the two halves of Manufactured Home were hauled out here on back in the 80s. So we want that. He wants to use any of the metal to make a roof between the shipping containers so that we have like a carport, you know, slash get the sun off the top of the roof, the shipping containers, keep them a little bit cooler, things like that. So, but I don't know. We've never done this before. I mean, done some crazy things, but I have never demoed a Manufactured Home. But the weather is spectacular again today. We're looking at going up to the mid-90s, so not too bad for the end of May in Arizona. Hoping to get some work done here, and I've got an above ground pool that I would love to get set up in the backyard at my son's house. So for now, I better get motivated on helping him figure out what we're gonna do today. So later. All right, so this footage is from Memorial Day 2022, and it is Friday, January 20th, 2023. Wow. Worked on this video yesterday and was driving myself insane. And we will get to that in just a minute, but I was talking about the roof over the shipping containers, Connex, whatever you would like to call them. You know, we do want that carport. We do want shade that we can do projects under, you know, when it's hot or even out of the rain. I mean, we've actually been having a fair amount of rain this past 6 months or so. So, but back to that rain. We are hoping to do some water collection out here. And, you know, if you have more roof area, you can catch some more water. We did set up, you haven't seen footage of that yet. It is coming. We put a gutter on Little House in the Desert, and we've been collecting rain this past fall, early winter. Pretty impressive. So we get a roof going across those shipping containers, and it'll be even better. Not sure what it is with talking at my computer and trying to do recording, but man, my voice wants to crack some days, and my throat gets all scratchy, and I want to cough. So sorry if I sounded a little raspy or sound raspy again. It just kind of is what it is there. Now for the editing issues I've had the past couple days. I'm trying to get these, you know, clips in sync, and it's just not working. I mean, like, I spent several hours on it yesterday, and I was just like, what is it? I would get part of the clip lined up, and then I would go to like frame by frame it, and it'd be off, like way off. And it's going to pop up in a minute. He's going to be standing with he's going to stand up. He's going to put his arms, his hands on his hips, his elbows kind of sticking out. And I lined it up this morning. Both of our footage from both our cameras, you know, I hit the point that his arms just went out, you know, elbows out. And then I'm doing the frame by frame, and I'm like, click, click, click. And all of a sudden he was in motion on his footage, but he still had his arms, his hands on his hips in my footage. And I'm like, what? Somewhere between the last video I edited and this video footage here, I think we changed the frames per second on my camera, and I have more frames per minute. Okay, frames per minute, not frames per second. So my camera is shooting at a higher speed on time lapse than his. So there is no split screen today because there's no way. I mean, I guess I could slow up or speed up one of our camera footage, but um, I'm not going there this morning, and that was probably some really bad English. Oops. I'm not I'm not going back over that. But yeah, we are today is day 1 of this floor, and this part is going smoothly. Um yeah, not too bad. We did when we first got here, he was like just looking at it, trying to decide exactly how he wanted to go about tearing this this part of the manufactured home up. Originally, he would have liked to taken this like floorboard along with the floor joists, but then you're kind of cutting blindly down, and there's steel down there, which we want the steel, and if you're cutting through what you think is wood and you're hitting steel, it kind of can do a number on the saw blades. But so yeah, we're just ripping off this top layer. It is, you know, I think we're hauling pretty good today. It was a beautiful day, you know, especially for the end of May in Arizona. Can't complain. Having some fun here with actual video footage and not time lapse. Just thought you might enjoy some of the noise that we're experiencing. But I did have to speed up the clip because it was near 5 minutes long. Yes, that is how long it takes me to cut down one line there and then pry it up with the crowbar. Um, Prying it up with the crowbar is a little bit of work. I mean, none of this is hard. It's a little bit tedious, but it's like you get that crowbar in and then you like a step on it with one foot, get another crowbar in, step on that, and I just kind of like walk it down the line, getting it, you know, popped up a little bit until I can grab it and give it a yank. Hopefully it comes up in one piece. More often than not, I end up with 2 or 3 pieces of it. Yeah, it is like this cardboardy particle board. Fairly thick, heavy, especially when wet. I mean, it is like really heavy when it's wet, but yeah, it's falling apart at this point. It's been exposed to the elements, it's been deteriorating, and it has definitely been compromised, as yeah, both of us have gone through the floor. Using some of his footage right now. Kind of like the view here. I mean, especially some of this I would have loved to have put on split screen, getting him cutting from this angle and then from the angle that I had my camera set up. But yeah, when you're both on different frames per minute, that doesn't work. At least I don't really know how to make it work. He's up in that dumpster now, just kind of seeing where the holes are as we're trying to load this puppy up. And again, this stuff is nice and flat. It loads nicely. And back to that floor. When the day started, he had his circular saw out after kind of looking at what we were doing. And I was just, you know, tossing in the dumpster what he cut, you know. And obviously that's a lot easier than the cutting and ripping up and stuff. So I don't know. At some point, he decided to change to the Sawzall. I'm not sure why. And we have 2 Sawzalls, so he brought a Sawzall down for me too. And so I get to do some ripping and tearing and whatever. But yeah, I actually love the Sawzall. It's one of my favorite tools, along with my orbital hand sander. But yeah, power tools are pretty awesome. And again, like tag teaming it, just working together, knocking out this floor. I mean, I'm impressed with what we got done today. Yeah. All right, it is nearing 1 p.m. and we are done for today. We got just over half of the floor up there. Take a walk around, but it's harder work than I thought. Yeah, it's heavy. It's not very sturdy once it's been compromised, you know, gotten wet or anything, but it doesn't mean it's easy getting it up. We may be able to salvage some of those, what are they, 2x6s, 2x8s, the floor joists. Thinking we might, I don't know, stuff for my chickens, maybe some goats, but we could use that for, you know, what they would need. A lot of them seem to be in some pretty good shape, but it has been breezy today, but a fairly clear sky other than just the haze because we haven't had rain in a while. But yeah, so that is where we're at today. I am done with this manufactured home. And no, I'm not done with it, but I'm done with it. I'll take you for a peek in the dumpster. We are filling it up, but this flooring stuff it's pretty heavy. So if you put it on up in there, it's compressing some of the stuff we already have in here, and it's fairly flat. So yep, that is what it looks like. But I'm thinking, he's thinking we should be able to get the rest of the floor in here, and then we'll still need another dumpster. There's some other stuff that we need to do, but yeah, those are the views for today. I don't know if you can see that, like the dust devils kicking up. Someone might be driving down the road, but in the yard across from me, That would just be Dust Devil kick it up on its own. So, yeah. There's a breeze. Very welcome breeze. But that is it for now. Directionally challenged hiker here at Little House in the Desert. Until next time.